So please, please get as loud as you can for the very awesome Dave Pickett.
Argus, how the fuck you feeling? Yeah! Argus, how you feeling? I'll take this other one. How about it? I love living in Madison. I'm going to miss you guys so much. Like Ian said, we're leaving for Norway on Sunday. On Monday, I will be a Norwegian resident. It'll be awesome. But I will miss you guys greatly. And I've been trying to, I feel like I see a lot of people I know in this room. I see a lot of younger people. And I try to impart some of the things I've learned over the years into you guys. And I've had a lot of jobs. An Easter bunny, an escort, a cocaine tester, a drug mule, a marijuana trimmer. You know, and I signed up for all these jobs because just a lot of things sound cooler than they really are. And continuing on with the Dave Pickett Some Things Sound Cooler Than They Are series, I have one last installment for you guys tonight. I'm going to tell you from personal experience. If you're going to fuck your boss's wife, don't be better at it than he is. I grew up in Los Angeles, California, and I had all kinds of crazy jobs there in LA because it's a crazy place and it's a place to do that kind of shit. And I had one job on the Warner Brothers lot in the Warner Brothers studio. And I used to be able to go and like I could be cool about it. I could like snort meth on the Friends set or Gotham City. Walk around and just fucking Batman, yeah. And it's cool just for that novelty alone. And we had this little trailer, and I worked for this couple, and we used to have like people like Kathy Kinney. I don't know if you guys remember her. Mimi Bobek from the Drew Carey show. She used to stop by and shit. It was a cool job to have to just kind of be, just to talk about cool shit like Mimi Bobek. I mean, whatever cool that was in 97. In 97, that shit was bomb. I worked for this couple, and I'm pretty sure the only reason they hired me is because I sold dope. I sold the kind of dope they like to get high on, and that kind was meth. That was one of my jobs. And I took the job because you're on the Warner Brothers lot. It's like, fuck yeah, hell yes. So, this couple, they run this trailer. And they deal with all the dry cleaning, at least on that section of the Warner Brothers lot, or more, I don't know. But they were able to close up early and leave early, and they could do whatever the fuck they wanted as long as the work was done. And as me being the one selling meth, we ended up back at my house doing meth. My boss and his wife. Because, I mean, that's why they hired me, right? I knew this fucking shit was coming. So we go back to my house, and we're doing hotlines. You guys know what hotlines are? It's where you snort meth through a glass tube that's heated, and then you blow smoke out your mouth. I love the silence. It looks awesome. It looks just fucking great, because you're like... It looks fucking awesome. But as we're doing that, the way the things end up turning out is we all ended up naked. Because we knew that's what was going to happen, right? I seem to find myself in these weird situations, and I'm on the living room floor of my house, and I'm there with my boss and his wife, and everybody's getting kind of naked and crazy, and we're all getting high. And the wife, I think she pushed him to hire me because I think she liked me. I don't know. You guys can tell me. You can tell me at the end of this. You tell me she liked me. We start getting naked and crazy. We're all smoking meth. And then, so I just start messing around with her. because I don't know how many of you guys have been in a three-way with two guys and a girl, but it's bullshit. The girl's in between you and you're just looking at your buddy and you're like, have a cigarette. So we just end up on the fucking floor, and I'd start, and we're just messing around. We're not even getting fucking crazy, man. I'm giving her the swirl. I'm just giving her the swirl, and she is going crazy. She's ripped off all her clothes, and she's in the middle of my living room floor like it's a fucking Kennedy Space Center, and she's a fucking NASA shuttle about to take off. She's just, I got my hand down there, and she's just going fucking crazy. Like it's making me uncomfortable. She's starting to speak other languages. She started with French, then it was Spanish, German, then Arabic. She just... And I just got my hand, and I don't... The husband's standing behind me. And I'm just hitting her up with a swirl. A swirl and an occasional Z pattern. You know what I mean? The occasional Z, mostly with just a swirl. It's just losing her fucking mind. And this is getting weird for me, and I'm turn around, and he's looking at me, and he goes, how the fuck are you doing that? You came with her, like this is your wife, right? He has never engaged the clitoris? Is that the fancy word? He has never engaged his wife. Period. I swear to God. And she is losing her fucking mind. I turn around and he asks me how the fuck to do it. And I'm like, God damn it. It's my boss. This guy signs my fucking paychecks. Give me your hand. Come here. Just put your hand right in here. You see that shit? See that shit? Feel it? Oh, yeah. And then she keeps on losing her mind. Okay? When she gets done with him, this is where I wonder if she liked me. She pulls up her legs. And then she pulls her hands underneath here. She sticks her fingers inside. And then she starts to pull it apart. She tries to pull this fucker apart like she's trying to drive a car into it. This shit's freaking me the fuck out. Because she's hitting me with some kind of like African jungle crazy shit. Because this has got to be something only animals would do. She's trying to show me how big of a hole she has. And she's just looking at me like, yeah. And she's just ripping this thing apart. And I'm just looking down into this hole. And it's getting bigger and fucking bigger, and I'm just mesmerized by the depth of this hole, and she's so proud of it while I'm staring at the bottom of this thing. I don't even believe what I start to see. From the bottom of her soul, the deepest reaches of her ego and soul start bleeding. And from the bottom of this hole that I'm now looking at, she starts bleeding. And it starts filling with blood. As if you were watching a well fill up from underneath the fucking ground. Just and it's so deep to begin with. It's slow motion in my mind. It's like taking forever for this shit to register. And then this Johnny Cash song comes to my head. How high's the water now, Daddy? 2 feet and rising. How high's the water now, Daddy? 3 feet and rising. And I'm just watching the fucking water rise. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she must have seen the look on my face because she looks down into it and she goes, ooh. She takes these fingers out and she swings them through the air and plunges them into the hole. Gets everything she can, and she goes, pa-pa! And she goes, and then looks at me with the most amount of pride I have ever seen come out of a female's eyes. And I look back at her, and I swear my head got dizzy, and I don't even know what happened next. I Don't even know what happened next. But I do know we ended up in the bedroom having sex. What the fuck else can you do with that? You have two choices right then. You say, fuck it, I'm out of here, and you leave your own house. Or you man up and fuck that pussy. I didn't want to, but I fucked that pussy. And you know what else I had to do while I was fucking that pussy? I had to do it while her husband watched. That was an awkward 4 hours. It's meth, man. I tried to keep it to a fucking minimum. And the next day, like, this shit, we had this mini meth orgy for like 14 fucking hours all together, it seemed like. And the next day I come in for work. I finally get these people out of my house. I come in for work. I'm 5 minutes late. I might have even only been fucking 4. I'm 3. I walk in there. Motherfucking fat piece of shit asshole, fucking the kind of guy that lets other women, the kind of guy that has his wife fuck other men, kind of asshole, fucking son of a bitch fires me. I'm like, what the fuck? And you really, this is bullshit. I think she liked me. I think she went home and said, we need to get him again, or I don't even fucking know, whatever compels a woman to just cavernate? Is that a word? Like, make your vagina cavernous. And I was pissed, though. This is bullshit. This is injustice. I've been fucking robbed. I worked my ass off fucking that bitch for 14 hours. This is how I get thanked? I get fired? Somebody had to pay for this shit. I went in the bathroom. I couldn't. We're in the Warner Brothers lot, man. You can't really make a bunch of noise. They'll haul you out, hog tie you, pepper spray you, and fuck your ass up. I wait for the LAPD. So somebody had to pay for this shit quickly and quietly. And I went to the bathroom in his trailer and I peed. I peed all over my goddamn hands. The front side, the back side, both of them. I just let my dick hang out and I just fucking peed all over my hands. And I came out of the bathroom and I looked. We used to have all kinds of clothing around there and I looked. And Drew Carey's brand new suits were in for the Drew Carey show. And I fucking smeared pee all over his fucking suits. And that might have been, it's not Drew's fault. He's a nice guy, but goddammit, someone had to pay. And I needed to impart that shit onto you guys, Madison, because I fucking love you. I hope you guys can do something with the visual.
Oh my God. Seeing all the